monter. Yeah, like.
Come on, another.
Huh?
Woman not my enemy. Easily. One, two, three. I tell her, baby, open it, don't root it. Open it. Don't put it. From another world. Them boys is girls. From another world. Yeah. Girl, clown all over you. All over top man is more little get pussy. So, Pache Makume. Pache Makume.
Yeah.
Remember, you man, you are there. But talk me together. Pache Makume. I don't know if you. Pache Makume. The Makume you be. Them boys is girls. From another world. Them boys is girls.
Yes, you're listening to the new Callion. Yes, man. Callion doing his thing. Big up yourself, Callion. Big up yourself, my brother. Yeah, folks, go and check out the new track by Callion. Them boys, these girls. As promised, he said he would have dropped this one on the 1st of January, and he has indeed dropped that track, which is a banger, in my opinion. Yeah. Pache Makume, the man burning fire, and then waste man. Some man like to bad talk other fellas to get girls. So we call them fellas, he call them man, them man is girl. Now we have another track again, which also from another artist, Dominican artist, Mr. Guada. Yes, I tell you,
Mr. Guada.
Mr. Guada, big up yourself, Papa. I like the new tune. Let me introduce it to the people. You have a nice tune, which I believe he just released it. So, folks, you could check out all the songs on YouTube. That one. Let's take it in, man. Let me just stick it in. Let's run it.
Cook it up.
Eh, pas bouger. Afino. Au papier.
Pani papier. Pull up. You hear the man say them is sex. The fellas go in Guada like a boss, but they have no papers. So when Babylon hold them, it's problems. Now take it again from the top. And think.
Cook it up.
Eh, pas bouger. Afino. Au papier.
Papier. Pani papier. Share the live, people. Pani papier.
ready, you ready. Panic and ready. The party, panic, pepe, go back here, my malad. A paper belly, cool as you my soul. We see the beauty, but not to the boss. Yeah, I'm here to try the boss. Yeah, you like your mother, the boss. Yeah, don't play your team, the boss. Yeah, who got to get for the boss? Let's panic papier. Who panic papier? Who panic papier? Who got to get for the boss? Let's panic papier.
Yeah, what you think of that one? What you think of that one, Mr. X?
Yeah, man, you have a vibe, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it
Mr.
have a vibe.
Wada. Yes, I tell you.
Yes, I tell you.
And folks, don't forget, if you have any new music that you want featured on the Caribbean Celebrity Show, don't feel any way to reach out to us. We're here to promote, support, and build up the community. So it's 2025, and this year we have a lot in store. We have a lot in store for you, folks.
Yeah, so I haven't heard any song from St. Lucia yet, you know.
Yeah, boy, it's true, you know. Well, I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Maybe, I know they're just coming off the hills of Asu Square. So, you know, maybe the artists are still holding back or whatever. But I know Trinidad is getting ready for the carnival and stuff. So the tents have already started. Tobago.
Okay.
Know,
Will there be Soca Monarch in Trinidad this year?
I think most likely, yeah, because the tents have already started with the auditions. So as we know, St. Lucia is all the way around by July. So
in July,
I know. Big up Manchester. I know last year Manchester started it out from early. So we're waiting to see what he has this year.
Already Manchester is a secret weapon.
So I know that he's going to have new music, so it's just a matter of time. We'll see. So for 2024, let's take in the events, some of the more memorable events that has happened, both in sports and entertainment and music and worldwide as well. What for you was the biggest moment of 2024 in terms of observing events? I'll tell you mine in a minute, but what for you was something remarkable in 2024?
I was very, let me how to say that. I'll just put it simple, happy. You know, St. Lucia reached on the map. You know, yeah, and that was the happiest moment of my life. You know, to see a St. Lucian, standing, you know, in the middle and two American flags just raising up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, yeah, man, that was the best moment. Yeah, man, that brings tears in my eyes. You know?
Wow. My goodness.
Yeah, man.
That actually made you cry, my brother?
Yeah, man. It was, and the way she was crying again and stuff like that. It was really, really, really emotional. You know. Yeah.
No, for sure. It's a big deal for us because St. Lucia is. We were on the map, but she took it to another level.
Big respect to Levin Spencer and Darren Sammy.
That is correct. So for those out there who don't know who's Darren Sammy, just tell them, just give them a little, just tell them a little thing about, what's is he an athlete or what? Just tell them.
Well, he's a famous cricketer. He won the 2020 World Cup.
Okay. Yes, so we have some
And
remarkable.
he also has. I've been told that he also have his own perfume. Darren
yes.
Sammy, the 88.
Yes. So Darren Sammy is a well-known
Yeah,
personality in the cricket world, in the cricket world, representing St. Lucia. You know, he's been the captain for the West Indies. He's captain, different teams. So yes, man, we're proud. We had some extravagant moments. For me, let me see if I could think of. Well, okay, let's take in a little clip of, as you mentioned, it's not the. It's
well,
just the,
we have footballers as well, that played in
Yeah.
big stage, like Defoe, I think that's his name, Defoe.
Defoe.
Yeah, Defoe.
Okay.
From way back, I don't know. I can't remember if it is the 90s or what's his name? I forget his name.
Defoe, you call it.
Les Ferdinand.
Okay.
Yeah, Les Ferdinand have families in Ancillary and Canaries.
Okay, I might
Yeah,
be
but
related to him.
he's a retired footballer.
Okay, let's take in a little clip of our sports personality for 2024.
Here's Sha'Carri Richardson. Look at her eyes. Read it. She don't know where to look. All she could see is the light blue of Alfred. She knows St. Lucia flag now by heart. Let me tell you something. When they say elite level sport is in the mind, Alfred won that gold medal in the semi-final. She beat Sha'Carri Richardson right next to her. As fate would have it, they lined up side by side in the semi-final. And from the gun, Alfred beat her reaction time. She beat her first step. She beat her first 3 steps. She beat her lifting up. She showed her the speed. Sha'Carri tried to catch her, to gallery herself. Did not make any headway. Alfred moved away, shut down at 88. Sha'Carri still tried to catch her, and then pretend she shut down at 97. Now, when you finish that and you're going to cool down, drink your Gatorade, Powerade, whatever, and relax, that curtail on your mind, understand that? So Sha'Carri Richardson for 1 hour and 48 minutes studying, but how this girl have beat me so, what going on do?
So you're basically trying to tell us she choked in the final?
Choke! No choke, because licks, whether you call it choke, I know I can't beat you. Oh Lord, that girl fast. What I go do? Somebody help me. Mommy call me something, because Alfred was so perfect, so calm.
Well, boy, this guy really put things in perspective,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So yes, so that was one of the remarkable and memory. Well, boy, I've lost for words now.
and one thing I learned in life, and I get that from older folks, people that is older than me, that have experience. They always tell me, anything you want in life, anytime you want to go forward in life, always be humble, be respectful.
Mm-hmm. Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Discipline. That's the most important thing. Yeah, and a lot of people, they don't have that, and that is why they're not reaching where they're supposed to reach.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah. Be humble, respectful, and you have to be calm,
So for me, another memorable moment was over the carnival period. I mean, we saw a lot of videos circulating of different events. And there's a little clip there, which, boy, let me tell you, I never thought I would see that happen in Lucian Carnival. I know it's something that happens quite often in the States, Labor Day, and even in Notting Hill Carnival. But let's take a little look at this. Oh God! Now, but I don't know who's in charge of the force, but I think the fellas have gotten a little bit more lenient in terms of what's tolerant. The police pushing a waist there, bro. I guess that's his way of fighting crime. What do you say? And not to forget the very famous, I'll be on the topic of carnival. For those of you who don't know, St. Lucia has a famous wall. You know what wall I'm referring to, Mr. X?
Yeah.
Right. So let's take in a little clip of that famous wall. If you ever go to St. Lucia Carnival, that's a must stop for the ladies. Yeah, so that's the famous Bum Bum Wall in St. Lucia. That's where all the bacchanal takes place. I understand after the carnival, they had some preacher that went there to try to, I don't know if it's baptize or bless or sanctify the wall, you know. So they had a religious personality that went there and, you know, try to, but, you know, it's a local attraction. I mean, there's a good friend of mine who does the artwork, painting that wall every year. Big up yourself, you know who I'm talking about, you know yourself. But when the trucks get there, that is where the carnival comes to a little bit of a intense thing, and it's a big thing. People come from all over. So as we're talking about a religious figure, we have to talk about one of the most viral religious figures from St. Lucia, none other than Father Fax. Yeah. Father Fax, if you don't know, I believe he's St. Lucian, right?
I think so.
Because somebody was asking me, where is he from? But I've heard him speak in Creole. And his accent is St. Lucian accent.
St. Lucian, yeah. If he's not St. Lucian, he's Dominican, but Dominican have a different accent.
Yeah. If you know, let us comment and let us know. He is a very, very interesting personality in St. Lucia in terms of the St. Lucian community. He's well known. He touches topics that the average priest or, as they say, father would not necessarily talk about. And he delivers his message in a certain way. And in fact, he was even involved in the carnival, part of somebody's performance for the Soca Monarch. Father Fax was on stage. So, you know, let's take in a little bit of Father Fax. And let me tell you, when we call him Father Fax, we call him Father Fax because he spits the facts. And, you know, he delivers the message in an unconventional way. So just take in this little clip. Big up yourself, Father Fax.
The people who are not here to assist the prayers, you can go. The people who are here to disturb the prayers, you can leave. This is a Christian thing. Keep quiet. Please, hold on. If you do not know your rights, I know my rights. It is against the law of St. Lucia to disturb any religious proceedings. I know my rights as a priest. You're a pastor, you should behave your damn self. Shut your mouth.
Oh my gosh. We want that. We want that who the man burning fire. Sorry, not who the man. Who he is burning some fire on there. It's another fellow minister, you know. Another pastor.
Maybe it was another minister from another church.
It was. But the thing is, it's at a funeral service, you know.
Yeah, the funeral, yeah. Yeah, man, yeah.
Very interesting. So, yeah, that's some St. Lucian personalities. There's some more clips I want to just quickly run through as we're talking about events and things that happened for 2024. Now, I want to play a little clip here. This is not St. Lucia, but I met her some time ago in St. Lucia, a long time in my early days. That time I was just getting involved in backing up Calypsonians, and it was at the TOT tent. And she was a guest artist, as Calypso Rose, at the time. And I could still remember that she gave me a little advice, and she was so loving and warm. And we believe in giving our greats their love and appreciation once they're there to see it. So let's take a little clip of her.
Everyone, this is the Music Man Direct Caribbean radio station, and today we are with Miss McCarthy, Miss McCarthy, Sandy, Monica Lewis. Or which one? Did I say it wrong?
You say it right.
I say it right.
But first, MacArthur.
MacArthur, Sandy, Monica Lewis.
That's right.
She has a special visitor that came to the United States to visit her today. And that is something that she always had in her heart, that she always wants to see her young boy. She wants to see her young boy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here comes the young boy.
Hi, the young boy.
Where's my young boy?
Where young boy?
Oh my God, look at my son.
Look at
I want
you.
a young boy. I want a young boy.
Mama Rose.
How you doing?
Mwah.
How you doing?
I am wonderful. Roses for the Rosie.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. I miss you.
I miss you. I've been hearing all the fantastic things you've been doing.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord.
You look so pretty.
I do look pretty.
Yes.
Yeah, because a young boy have me looking too.
Ooh, show me him. Show me him. Well, let me put that here.
No, one second, Joe. Let me spend you. And Rosie,
Yeah.
he has to introduce his wife and everybody else that's with
Renee.
him.
Remember Renee when we was in California and he was his wife?
Mr. X, that's wonderful, to see two legends.
Grandma wants a baby.
To see two legends in the business.
Yeah, man.
Marshall Montano, who started out as a kid, in fact, in the business, and Calypso Rose, and he's paying his tribute to her with maximum respect and honors.
And this is his team here.
This is Eddie. Eddie's a Tobago boy.
Now, there's another video clip I have of her. I want to play it as well. I believe last year they actually named a street after her, which is a remarkable honor.
Okay.
You know? So let me just see if I get that right now.
Get up, let's go. It's Carnival in Tobago. Remember, October is Mass over there. So tell Tambourine that we coming. Keep the music bumping. Turn up your radio. It's Carnival, where? So give me pam, 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 let we jam. And give me brass, let we play we mass. Go Tobago, go Tobago, go Tobago, go Tobago. Yes,
So actually, Calypso Rose Boulevard is what was the street or the road they've named after her, and that's a great honor, you know. So as we say, music is a very powerful thing.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
something to be taken for granted. You know, sometimes people have done their part and they don't get to see the rewards of their work, you know. So I'm happy to see in her lifetime that she's honored and respected in that way. We have icons from around the Caribbean. We don't need to just be St. Lucia. That is why I wanted to just play that clip, you know. But obviously, we both from St. Lucia, so we're proud. You know, we have several. We have laureates. What am I saying? Nobel laureates. We have great musicians. We have great personalities like Sesen Descat. If you don't know, that's our folk heritage. We have the likes of the great Boo Hinkson.
You mentioned Sesen Descat. Don't forget Florita Maki.
Okay.
Yes, she was in Merrymakers.
Right.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, Merrymakers, I will put on to that again. There was, for example, the Quavers, True Tones, all those bands, you know. So, the year we've had last year, I think it's been overall a good year for music. A lot of great music has come out of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
We've
man.
seen it's been, I believe, one of the best years for Bouyon music.
Yeah, last year, yeah.
Bouyon music has taken the world by storm. The Caribbean Music Awards actually included Bouyon as part of the categories last year for the first time. And there was Bouyon Artist of the Year. There was there was awards given and recognition given. So big up Ridge, big up yourself, Cross the Bridge, Ridge, big up yourself, Isa Banton, Triple K, Signal Band. Big up yourself. And in fact, we cannot talk about Bouyon music if we do not talk about the great Ra. Yeah, that was the original singer and drummer for WCK, the pioneers, the Bouyon pioneers, the fellas that created that music. So, big up all those who've been doing the work for 2024, 2025. We have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of things to do, Mr. X. We have a lot of new artists to introduce to you. And we, like we say, we diversifying. We're not just staying with the Caribbean, always the Caribbean Celebrity Show, but we want to introduce artists from around the world to the Caribbean audience, and likewise the Caribbean artists to the international audience. So another memorable occasion for me was the release of Vybz Kartel from incarceration for after 13 years. We cannot neglect that. I honestly did not believe that he would be freed. I believe that something would have, even if I was following the case, Mr. X, I believe that when it comes to the decision, even if the Privy Council in the UK made a decision to release him, and we spoke about that as well. We said the powers that be would not necessarily, release him. And look at that. History in the making. Anything is possible.
Yeah, man.
And the guy just had one of the most talked about shows for the year.
Right now, there is one of the biggest artists, one of the biggest in Jamaica.
What did you tell me? What did you think about his performance?
Well, it wasn't 100%, but because of his medical condition, it was okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he stayed there. He played his part. Yeah, he played his part. He had to introduce the artist, and remember, they give him 3 hours.
That's a lot, for your first event. I mean,
3 hours.
You and I know it's not normal for any artist, especially international artists, to be on stage for 3 hours. Usually, you have your opening acts and your different, and then the main artists come on stage. We're lucky if we get 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
But I guess, and again, this guy has such a catalog of music, and he's been incarcerated after so many years, and he's been preparing for this, he says. So it was just remarkable. I saw certain highlights of it and everything, and I could see it's a different person. He's matured in terms of, you know, it's not just, although a lot of his songs before was highlighting certain controversial things, sexuality, gangsterism, and these things, but he's mature. Even in his delivery of the songs, you could see like he's not just highlighting as the negative. You know, he's bringing a good energy, a positive vibe. And I think dancehall music needs that, because if you look at it, that's like the last great era of dancehall artists, you know. The new artists that are running things right now, you hear about them, and after 6 months, you don't hear about them again, you know. You know? But you still hear Vybz Kartel, Bounty Killer, Beenie Man, you know, Sizzler, these artists, them guys are timeless. Well, we can't mention Jackie. We cannot mention Vybz Kartel incarceration and not mention Jackie. You know, I wish freedom for this brother. I don't wish that on anybody. You know, so I'm hoping one day he too will get his freedom and come out and stuff. But we've seen the transition in the music space. Let me see, what was another big event again for the year? Boy, I think that's the major events I could think of. Vybz Kartel event, Vybz Kartel being free from prison, St. Lucia.
St. Lucia and Soca Monarch Groovy.
Well, I wasn't surprised with these results, to be honest, because it's usually the same clique.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's usually the same, you know. But Deadly segment, I remember we started last year saying that, is Deadly segment dead or you know? Because there was a period where we wasn't hearing any new music from Deadly segment. Everybody was joining in Booyah. So I think it's been a good year. Some Deadly segment songs have been released. You know, some artists have emerged. So overall, it hasn't been a bad year for music. From the Caribbean and the islands, there have been some big songs. You know, there've been some artists I've been following and really seeing some, you know, some great stuff. Big up an artist, a past guest of ours, Mark 11. Mark 11 came up to the UK. He did, I think, Notting Hill Carnival for the first time. I have a little clip of him there.
If you love it, say yeah, yeah. I love y'all. One more.
Yeah, Mark 11 is a dynamic artist. And for me, it was a good year because I didn't hear from him for a while in terms of musically. So it's nice to see that he came back on the scene with he came back with a bang, I would say. He came back with a bang. There's another clip of some St. Lucian artists that was present for Notting Hill Carnival. Let's see if we could run that.
We are extremely bad. Hey, somebody say yeah, yeah. Somebody say yeah, yeah. Somebody say yeah, yeah. Anybody from Guyana? Anybody from Jamaica? Anybody from Trinidad?
Yeah, so it's nice to see, St. Lucian artists representing in the UK. So this year we're hoping that, even more music from Lucia, more artists will be present, and I think definitely we want to probably get involved into the promotions and the events and stuff. I myself would want to probably come down that side this year and, get that experience.
Yeah,
man. Of course, it wouldn't be the same if we don't bring in a little humor. So let's take in a little Lucian. Boy, let me tell you, the Lucian rum nothing easy, That does make the fellas dip, Ali. That does make
the Bounty rum.
Like heaven, burn like hell. What happened next is up to you, my mother ass.
Boy, you call it right, Bounty rum. If you ever drink Bounty straight, boy, I raise my hat to you. Because
Bounty.
Let me tell you, Bounty rum, that has a slow side effect. And when that hits you, boy,
it making it, if you have a good friend and that friend know your business,
boy,
and that friend drink Bounty, you put all your business out.
Now that thing, Gaza, that thing just bring out the best and the worst in people. Check this out, Gaza. Bounty rum, folks, that's not easy. As they say, rum not juice. I tried to run a clip there. Let me see if I could get it. This brother there, boy.
If you want to know somebody's business, just give them Bounty.
Oh yes. What's this saying there? Your browser is having trouble sharing your video. This can be okay. I'll try to write another clip because it's not letting me play the one to show you the effects of the Bounty. Let me see what we have here.
Yeah, what the man said is true. And
yeah, that's
I
what.
agree with the man. I support him. All the kids be telling me, all they watching Superman, or they like Superman, or they like to watch Superman fly. All they calling him a superhero. And when the man granny flying, all they calling him man granny Sukuya. Stop that. All the Dominicans, all the do good, all the too dirty. Don't call him man granny Sukuya. Support local talent. I agree with the man. Shit, man. Hey, that is the best.
Oh gosh, this guy. Well, for those, do you know what a sukuya is, Mr. X?
A sukuyon.
Yeah.
A sukuya is supposed to be the same category as jab.
Well, what I know a sukuyo is a thing that flying at night and it is be on your roof. They fly with broom. That is like a witch or gage. That's how they call it in Creole.
The same category, yeah.
Yeah. So he's saying, boy, they have Superman that flying. We calling him a hero. But when fella's grandmother flying, we calling them Sukuyo. So,
yeah.
Now, in the Caribbean, these things are very prevalent, in terms of, the folk stories, and we grew up hearing these things. And I remember they used to say, boy, don't walk alone on the road after. And like back in the days, it wasn't like now where everywhere is littered, I remember being raised on those stories. And even as a young man, when I would be maybe walking home at that time before I had a vehicle, and certain times if you're approaching a dark alley, but you're wondering, you're afraid if you go see a bolom or gage or sukuyo, them kind of folk things. But I used to walk fast, and I could still remember that there's a forward I used to have to take to get home, my brother. And if I go out and after midnight take me and I walk in, when I reach in there, bro, literally I used to act like a madman. So I say if I come across anything, I remember there's one time, boy, from a distance, boy, I see somebody stand up by the pole, but all in white. So I say, oh gosh, boy, what? Now imagine how I end up seeing the person is a vehicle pass and the light strike on the pole and I see somebody there. I say, Bontus, there's somebody there waiting for me. Boy, I take out my shirt. I tell it in my head like a madman. And I walk in across the road, zigzag, zigzag. By the time I reach, I think I must be scared of person, boy. The person, nobody by the pole. I continue going home. But it's through the fear of the stories that they brought us up on, thinking like, boy, those things exist. I'm not saying it doesn't.
Yeah.
We shouldn't live in fear.
Well, I never come across larger bless and these kind of things.
Oh boy.
I have experienced stuff like that, like hearing, but I've never seen. Yeah. I heard, but I never seen these things.
I don't know what to believe. There's an artist that used to come and record by me long time in Lucia. I wouldn't mention his name, but he came one day. Now, in fact, I went and dropped him at his home after a studio session. So Grozile, when I drop him there, so he tell me, boy, not to drop him there, drop him by his doorstep. So I say, well, I could just turn and go home. Man tell me, boy, the last time after midnight, take him, and then he up taking a shortcut passing through the other cemetery. The man say when he reached there, the man see 3 bolums. And the things look up and they see him. They watch each other and they say, Entre chui.
Oh shit.
The man say he ran so much he passes home. The man consider he passes home because the things chasing him until he reached by a rum shop. And he cool out there. He drink, and then he gets somebody that living by his home and ended up walking back with him, and then he went in his home, and then boy, the man say, boy, never him again,
He drink. That's a story man give you that.
No, I believe. Now he said he didn't want to go home, so he ended up in a bar grocery that was open.
Yeah.
Until he stayed there drinking with a companion until he tell the person, we live in this, we go in the same side. Let we go. So in other words, he was waiting to get somebody that was willing to walk him to his. And that man is supposed to be a bad man, and the man that tell me that happened to him, bro. That man has been chased by the cops. Police, I see police ran after them already and whatnot, because that man used to be, involved in certain.
He may be not a bad man when he have a gun, but when you don't have a gun, he's not a bad man.
Yeah, I don't know, but got a gun or no gun, gun killing bolom.
Yes, man. It can, you have to know how to do it.
Okay. Well, I don't know about that, boy. That's 2 things I don't want. I don't want gun, and I don't want to encounter bolom.
Yeah. To destroy these things, you must have a silver bullet.
Wow. Oh, that's like a vampire then.
Yeah, silver bullet. Yeah. And then that's how that's what I've been told, And before you shoot them, you have to pass the end of the gun on the floor or on the ground, wherever, and just drag it before you shoot it.
Boy.
Yeah.
That to me sounds more like a story. That sounds like a story. Where you hear that from? Lord. Well, the older generation, they believe highly in those things. You cannot tell them those things don't exist, Because I grew up hearing these stories from grand aunts and grand uncles and stuff. But I mean, over time, these stories are lost because we are not going to tell the new generation those things because everybody wants to see proof. Like they say about aliens and these things, people want to see proof. But I don't know how true these things are. But I pray I never come in contact with them things because I don't know how I would react. But folks, there you have it. 2024 has been a good year. We give thanks for life, which is the most important thing. as much as we have plans and we make plans and we hope to achieve certain things. I mean, a lot of the goals I had for myself, I will not say always achieve. And you know, life is a thing is growth. And everybody makes a resolution, New Year's resolution. Do you have a New Year's resolution, Mr. X?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
To me, whatever happened, happened.
Okay.
I can predict the future, yeah.
Well, I agree. But do you have any goal? Any goal that you'd want to, you don't have to necessarily say what it is, but for 2025, there must be something that, yeah, there must be something that you want to achieve.
The way I am, in my perspective, like I leave everything in God's hand. That's the way I move. Yeah.
Okay.
I put God first in everything. So I can just cannot see I will do this and it will never happen. You know, so I put everything in God's hand. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. That is in the right hands, because even if we make plans and goals, at the end of the day, it's up to God, it's up to the man upstairs.
Yeah.
You know? And some people live life without believing in God. So I ask you, if you don't believe in God, what you believe in? Because we have to believe in something.
Yeah.
You know, we have to believe in something. We have to believe in ourselves, but we have to believe that somebody else has the ability to do for us what we cannot do for ourselves. So I agree. I agree. I don't have a New Year's resolution, because I even have skepticism about the new year, because I'll tell you why. You know, when I do my research and stuff like that, some people will debate that actually January 1st is actually not the beginning of the year. Some people actually say, and in fact, in business, I know the financial year for a lot of institutions starts in April.
In April, yeah.
And further to that, if you look at it, my brother, when they tell you All Fool's Day is April 1st.
April 1st.
Who fooling who on that day? Huh? Is it all of us that are being tricked? They call it All Fool's Day. But that is the beginning of the financial year, the 1st of April. Research it if you do not know, folks. Research it. There's certain things that as you get older, you question. And I find last year, 2024, I have been maybe what they would consider a conspiracy theorist, because I have been watching so much events and trying to do a little research. And more I realize a lot of what we believe, Mr. X, is a lot of things that we were told and we've never challenged it. We've accepted it as the norm because everybody else is doing it. You understand? Yeah. So we see it as the law and the rule. But that is why, that is my main reason I do not have a New Year's resolution. Because I'm seeing that is a continuation of 2024. I just want to do more for whatever period or time that we have left on earth. I want it to be just growth, continual growth. We started that program just out of thin air, Mr. X.
Exactly. We didn't plan that.
We didn't plan that.
Exactly.
But it was planned for us by someone to make it happen. And that is the right philosophy. You know, we leave things to God. And for 2025, I want to see things happen in terms of, you know, for us, you know, I want to see that this program grow and stuff. And I want to see, you know, more happen. But it's in God's hands. Because as much as you could plan things, and in fact, even when I started the year saying, put things out there. Put it out in the universe. That's what I was saying last year. Put everything out in the universe and declare it and make it known. But you know, sometimes in doing so, you have to be careful because you make people aware of your plans.
Yeah, yeah.
And sometimes those are the ones that will go out of their way to try to cripple or to stop, you know, your progress. And we cannot let them see that whatever they're trying is working. And for me, I never understand, Mr. X, why somebody would want to go out of their way to stop you from progressing? Why they don't take the time to try to progress themselves? You know, we have a little program going on there. We're not asking for money. You know, we're bringing on artists free. We're taking our time. We're promoting them. We're featuring them. We're highlighting them. But somebody somewhere will say, God, say, you know something, I don't like what them fellas doing, you know. I had to stop them fellas.
You will. It was there from the starting of creation between Cain and Abel.
Wow. That's deep. That's very deep.
Yeah.
That's deep. That is very deep.
Yeah, man.
Brothers, eh?
Yeah.
Flesh and blood, eh?
Exactly.
And I mean, I've heard people say sometimes, boy, you get better treatment from strangers than your own flesh and blood. And you put it in perspective there, Cain and Abel, that is brothers.
Yeah.
Cain killed Abel, eh? Boy, that is deep. Well, all we ask you is to support us. Don't try and kill us. To the Cains out there. And again, there's a saying where they say, who God bless, no man curse. You know? So my hope for 2025 is that we will get more support and help in what we're trying to do. We don't necessarily have to make the world know what we are doing. They will see it in time. But we have a lot that we're trying to make happen. Not, I would say, primarily for ourselves, but for others. Like we say with this show, we bring on artists. We bring on individuals. We give them their flowers. We give them their respect and their honor. That is the difference with this program. We don't just interview people, you know. We give them their respect and we show them that we value them. You understand? And this is all being recorded. So over time, this will still be there. Even when we are not there or they are not there, these recordings will still be there as testament. So what we are doing is something that is important. We call it Caribbean Celebrity Show. It's not just celebrities. We bring up and coming. And as we say, if you have your music and you want it highlighted or your story to tell, this is a platform. And this year we're expanding beyond music. You know, athletes, business people, creatives, anybody that has something to do that benefits others or the society, we will give them this platform and we'll give them an air. So don't be afraid to reach out to me or Mr. X. Okay? The platform is growing. They've tried to stop us, but you cannot stop nature. And it's in our nature to do what we're doing. You can't stop the rain. You can't stop the sun from shining. You understand? You can't stop the force of nature. You have to go with the flow. So, Mr. X, as we wrap up 2025, I will say, oh, there's something I forgot. There's an incident that happened right on this program in 2024. I cannot forget this. There was an artist that we brought on, well, a couple artists that we brought on that have actually, on the program, have actually switched, flipped the script. You know, I will not mention names, but so before it was a lot of chaos in that we would allow anybody to come in whilst we were live, even if it wasn't planned, we would just let them come in and, you know, and people would be on the forum under the influence and saying and just doing different things. So we're taking this thing professional, even more professional this year, you know, even more professional. So hopefully that doesn't happen. But the Caribbean, St. Lucia, we've had guests from Antigua, St. Vincent, Trinidad, Grenada, Dominica, Guadeloupe. We've had guests from all over. And I want to say to my St. Lucian artists, do not underestimate the power of networking. And I reach out to artists reach out to me, but we here, charity begins at home. We want to help and push our own people, but they must be willing to push themselves. Don't just wait till it's coming up to carnival season to contact us and ask for a feature or a highlight. You know? In other words, yeah, because the other artists from around the Caribbean are releasing music year-round, and they contact us year-round. So if you want to be on the program, just send us an email on caribbeancelebrityshow@gmail.com, caribbeancelebrityshow@gmail.com, or message Mr. X, message myself. We will help promote and push your music and push you forward as best as we can. Don't forget to share our content, share the videos, follow Mr. X. Mr. X has music out there. He has content out there. So, you know, support his vibe as well. He's an artist as well. He's the co-host of the show, but he's an artist as well. So Mr. X, let them know where they could find your stuff online.
Yeah, you can find my songs on YouTube and Spotify.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
so Exodus, aka Mr. X, you know.
Okay.
You can find my music there on YouTube.
And you,
yeah,
and you
man. Also big up Nubian Queen. Big up yourself. Yeah, man.
Are you open to collaborating or writing or working with artists this year?
Yeah, man. I'm open to work with anybody.
All right.
Anybody, upcoming artists, anybody.
Okay.
I'm open to work with anybody. Yeah.
All right. So, anybody
and
on the big
also don't forget, Mr. X going to come out with a different style of Denry segment.
All right.
Yeah. A different style of Denry segment, so people look out. Yeah, man.
I've been waiting for that announcement, you know. I've been waiting for that announcement.
A different style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
so
man.
folks, thanks for joining us tonight. It's just been a recap of over the last 12 months. And like we said, the plans and intentions. We have stuff coming up. I don't want to say too much at the moment, but at the end of the month, look out for the first set of releases for 2025. Look out for, we trying to bring things not just on Facebook, because we suffered a few pages of ours that was decommissioned. So we're trying to have a main place where we could have all our content protected. So you could go there, you could access Mr. X music, you could interact, you could subscribe to his stuff, everything there. And in fact, we will be having all artists that are featured on the show. We will have them featured there. Caribbean Celebrity show is going to have its own official page as part of our website. So, we definitely trying to take things up a notch onto another level. So support us as we support artists. And like Mr. X said, we put everything in God's hands. The mighty Father will do the rest. So, it's been lovely. And Mr. X, yeah, man, 2025, 2025. Let me do some math.
Nubian Queen said, not just Trinidad and Mr. Cash, it's Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I stand corrected. I apologize. I apologize for that. Sorry. I apologize for that. I have a lot of love for Tobago.
Yeah, man.
I must say, we plan to visit there. I have a lot of love and respect. I've been all over the Caribbean. That is one place I haven't been yet. And I think
and also, don't forget, I also have a big tune coming out with King Unique.
That is correct. Big up King
Unique. King Unique. Yeah,
all
man.
that's happening the end of this month. Like we say, we have new music coming out this end of the month, January. And we have a lot of stuff. So, folks, Nubian Queen, thanks for tuning in with us and joining in. Enough love. I started following you on online as well. Facebook. So, you know, we have love for Trinidad and Tobago. And let me tell you, everyone I've met so far out of Tobago have really inspired me in terms of to want to visit that place. I think it's a blessed place. I think there's a lot of talent and there's a lot of diamonds and jewels there that we need to really highlight and showcase to the Caribbean. So, you know, Caribbean Celebrity Show, we love Trinidad and Tobago. And Trinidad and Tobago hopefully loves us as well. So, folks, wherever you're from, Grenada, Antigua, Africa, wherever you're from.
Also, Cash, don't forget to tell them about the other radio station as well.
Right. So, like we say, there's a lot happening for this year. We have, well, I will say, I don't want to say sister networks or brother, I don't know how to put it, but it's we building one network, one umbrella. So it's not just on Facebook or it's not just YouTube. We're trying to partner with radio stations. We have one radio station so far that is partnered with us. Artists has an opportunity to, once they come on our platform, their music is guaranteed to be played on the radio as well as promoted and interviewed there. And we're trying again, we're constantly trying to build up. Big up yourself, Cool Vibes Radio. So that is our sister radio station. When I say sister, I mean, I go say, well, or brother, however you want to call it. There is a link. It's a big link, a big link. And we will be doing a lot more of those things throughout this year. So artists, now is the time to actually come on board, because when you come on this platform, it's a network that is being built. We've grown a lot in the last 12 months, but over the next 6 months, it's in the Father's hands. We know what we plan to do and how we plan to do it. So I will not put too much out there, but artists, get on board from now, because the train has already started moving. And you know, when the train start moving, it's building up speed. When it build up, it's hard to jump on there. Yeah? So jump on from now, because we have the radio station, we have the platforms, the different networks. We're coming out with our official community, our own website, and our community where we could internally, you know, there's an app that is being worked on as well. There's a store that is coming out. There's a lot of stuff. And we were talking to a TV network from last year. And I think with what we'll be doing, we'll be in the position to take it to the next level. And Mr. X, we dream and we talk about certain things we say. You inspire me. You said something to me. Yeah, and I seen like, yeah, it's closer to happening now than ever before. You understand? So yeah. I'm really happy. 2025 is a continuation. And I think the train just, yeah, we leave the train station now. We're kicking off. So folks, join in and stay tuned. There's a lot happening. Next Sunday, don't forget to join us right here. We will have a guest or two with us. Stay tuned. We will have celebrity in the house. And of course, we have a celebrity there every Sunday, Mr. X. So, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, folks, one love and all the best. And we'll see you guys soon. Have a blessed week. And any last words, Mr. X?
Respect.
Any last words for them? I will end with I'll end with King Unique. So, congratulations to Mr. King Unique, the artist formerly known as Prince Unique. As Mr. X said, he has a tune in collaboration with King Unique coming out at the end of the month. We also have a reggae rhythm coming out and a salsa song coming out with Board Gibe. And yeah, so look out for this. Mr. King Unique, I must say, congratulations to you in the transition from a prince to a king. Right now we have royalty in the family. So, great things. Folks, catch you guys soon.
Sunday. Where you bite me for Sunday? Where you bite me for Sunday? Where you bite me
Yes,
for?
you're listening to King Unique, the artist formerly known as Prince Unique. Yes, and
dancing mood now, oh mama. We come to behave rude, oh papa. The woman looking so hot, oh mama. So winding up on one spot, oh yeah. Hey. Rolling up the bumper, causing a big eruption. Winding up the bumper, oh what a sweet invasion. Rolling up the bumper, causing a sweet vibration. Working up the bumper, oh. To mash up the place. Oh gosh, we mash it up, we mash it up, we mash it up. And you don't know where you're to. Boy, they call we the mash up crew. Boy, to invite we in this jam. Boy, now everything getting out of hand. We come in just like a hurricane, mashing up like wind and rain. Energy up. Everywhere we pass, wet up. Every man who sit down, get up. Everything gone clear. Is rice, flat, drinks in the air. We are the mash up crew. Boy, watch me how we coming through.
next one. Yes, folks. Hold on. I have to take Rosie there. We listen to some of the tracks for 2024. Now, Mr. X have a track he dropped as well. Yeah. Don't forget to check it out. I Drink. Yeah, that is for those that still recovering from the Christmas and the New Year.
I get 1 cup in a rum, I get 2 cup in a rum, I get 3 cup in a rum, I get 4 cup in a rum. I drink, I fall and break my leg. I drink, somebody say we shall up. Inside the bar, I want a drink, I want a drink, I want a drink, I want a drink. I look on the shelf, I see some bottles, and me choose the one that me love. Hey, that bunty going down, the brandy going down, the chairman going down, flat down. I drink, I fall and break my leg. I drink, somebody say we shall all. I get 1 cup in a rum, I get 2 cup in a rum, I get 3 cup in a rum.
Folks, there's a lot of tracks out there. We also have Future Kid. Yeah, man, we have quite a few songs that we released for 2024. So for 2025, yeah, we open the drop more music sale. We'll leave you with this one as we say good night.
Don't stop it. Keep whining. Yeah. Look out. Tell me where you get the wine. I need you, baby. Where you get that piece of wine? I need you. Oh, hey. The way you make that shake, girl, you make that. Wait, tell me what it takes. I wanna get that. Don't stop now. Give me that thing with the fat now. Slim girls, fat girls, so hot now. Y'all turn round, push it back now. Win fast, win slow, make it drop down. Wine and set that straight. Wine, y'all make that brace, it's a hot wow.